Ooh. Oh, no. Oh, that's wild. Furniture warehouse. Hey guys, and welcome to GT Not Live, where it's time to go back to the Backrooms. That's right, over the last couple months of me being in London, as well as just, well, we've been kind of catching up on things here, there have been not one, not two, but as of this morning, right, 3 new Backrooms videos? Three, right? One literally just uploaded like a couple hours ago, right?
Yep.
Yes, I'm so excited. So obviously the Backrooms has been one of the biggest trends on YouTube, one of the biggest trends in like horror and storytelling here on YouTube this year and like towards the end of last year. It's great. The storytelling is amazing. We love it here. We love theorizing about it, both on Film Theory as well as here on GT Live, kind of in real time, getting my first thoughts, my first reactions on them. And I have not seen these new episodes. I saw them when I was in London. I think one of them was Presentation. I forget what the other one was called. But I saw them upload, and I'm like, oh, I'm so excited to see. Because again, like spoiler alert, I get excited about the things that I talk about. You know, it's hard to theorize about them and do as much research as we do about them unless I love the things that we're talking about. And so I saw them, and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see what these new uploads have in store. But I held off until today, where now we finally have a chance to sit down, get some live reactions out of us, and just see what Kane Pixels has in store. Like I said, we have it up on screen right now. We've got Presentation, which, I mean, again, the like videos themselves crush. I'm so excited to see that people are still so enthusiastic about this series. I am so curious where it's going. I'm so excited about where it's going. And honestly, I'm just excited for Kane, you know, to see a creator doing this and having such success, and hopefully they're able to use this as a portfolio piece and say like, hey, look at what I can do, not only here on YouTube, but maybe, to other platforms as well. Like, please get the name out there. So very cool. And like I said, 11 hours ago, like when I sat down, I'm like, wait, there was one that just happened 11 hours. Because we were planning on recording these two, which is in total about like 20 minutes just playing it, let alone like my incredibly long reactions. Which, I can make a minute piece of content into an hour, let alone 20 minutes of content into whatever it is. So already I'm expanding it outward, but to know that there's now a third one too. We'll try to get all 3 in. I'll try to keep my thoughts condensed as possible, but I'm very excited about where these 3 might be headed. So let's start off with the one that I missed a couple months ago, which is Presentation. I saw the thumbnail for this one. I'm like, ooh, good thumbnail. I can't wait. And then I'm curious. So here we go. Start off with Presentation. Wait. Sorry, I should do what I do. Okay, so this is 5/8/90. I like that every time I hop into these, I have to refresh myself on what the timeline is. So mid-90s, like 95, 96 is when the series started, which is when Kane, the director, falls into the Backrooms. 90 puts us at, is that roughly when the guy went missing? This is Missing Persons. Okay, 2/3/90. This is when they discover the first body. So we're in the same year. Informational video. This is where he teleports away and winds up in the kind of like farmhouse area, and he gets locked into the facility area. So this is also 2/29/90. So these are all happening around here when they're starting to explore. So this is in the era where they're exploring the Backrooms. People are starting to fall into the Backrooms. People are teleporting around in the Backrooms. One of the async employees goes missing. Motion detected. When was this? 3/5/90. So again, they see the monsters and they set up cameras to monitor the monsters. This was early. Pitfalls. Oh, okay. So we're a couple days after this one. So this is the one where, again, to catch you up, Pitfalls is where they come across the cool room with all the holes in it. One of the researchers falls down. They discover the underground city. There's a whole underground city down here, which is really cool. They explore through the weird house where all the street signs are backwards.
mean by that?
Yeah, all the backward street signs, and they've been replicated a bunch of times. The hallway is weird and uncomfortable, goes into the back, and then they're chased away by the monster. I love that the monster every time is the most played part. Whereas, like, the monster is always exciting for sure. But to me, I think the most interesting parts here are like, there's this audio log. And we talked about this in our previous theory, where in my first reaction to this, and this is why it's important to get a live reaction, but then go back to it, you hear an audio clip.
Copy. Repeat, margin.
This is an audio clip that happens years different. This is an audio clip from not 1990. So we're starting to get the idea that maybe time is starting to overlap or mix here, that this is a place that is out of time or has been, time has kind of folded over into itself. So you're getting people from maybe like the past, the future, all mixing into what the Backrooms are. They kind of persist as this underlying layer while the world kind of goes on. And here is kind of this weird timeless nexus. So, okay, guy falls in. That's Pitfalls. 5-8. Okay, so this is still around the same time. This was still Pitfalls. And they seal up the Backrooms. Okay, so they're like, whoa, this place is dangerous. Leads us to presentation now. So, with that context out of the way. I hope they have a Gantt chart. It's a consulting thing where you'd like lay out timelines visually. Okay. A space perspective development. So talking about obviously what we would presume the A space is async, the Backrooms. Can you make that out at all, Ash? At the bottom. Internal use only.
6 June.
6 June.
What is that?
Right? So, yeah, I see 6 June, internal use only. June. What year is that? Almost looks like 2024. It looks like a 4 at the end. And that doesn't look like a 1. Huh. All right. 94. Weird. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll look into that.
The world around us is ever changing. Throughout this past century, we have seen the advent of countless innovations that have completely reshaped life as we know it.
The Walkman.
But with all of this growth comes a number of undesirable byproducts. Byproducts that, if left unchecked, have the potential to irreversibly scar our modern world.
There you go. Ooh, color shifting
As
it
human
down.
expansion is projected to increase exponentially. Of undesirable byproducts. Byproducts that, if left unchecked, have the potential to irreversibly scar our modern world.
So the reason I'm stopping it here, and I don't, again, this might be me overthinking things. This maybe I just need to look into it more. And again, I could be seeing nothing here. What continent is that? Well, the reason why is whenever you see the Earth, right, weather patterns tend to be horizontal, largely horizontal because the Earth is spinning around its axis. And so weather and wind kind of sweeps across the globe latitudinally. So across kind of like, horizontal lines. And so to see here where you have what seems to be some pretty strong horizontal lines, like for instance, like the blue marble. Like this is the iconic picture of the world. And you see like a lot of the lines are always kind of like sweeping across. Pictures of Earth from space. I probably should put from space, but whatever. And pictures of Jennifer Aniston. For what? What the heck? Why? Why, Google?
To some people, she is the world, man.
She is the world to someone out there. That's weird, man. What a weird Google search. I disagree with your search algorithm there.
Things to
here's the thing. And it's not me searching for that. Like, I'm old, but I'm not that old. Like, I'm not looking for, hot pics of Jennifer. And no, that's not me. That is weird. But look, you see here, Jennifer Aniston's butt crack aside, you look here and you see how everything is kind of horizontal. You're not seeing vertical cloud patterns. Everything is kind of tracking along a latitude in every depiction of Earth that you're seeing. It's kind of sweeping along the equator line. And so here, where I'm seeing these vertical sweeps and it feels very like vertically focused, it makes me think like the Earth has been turned in some way, which again might lead to this idea of us being in a parallel dimension, or like if this is the presentation they're giving, this is our normal Earth. So maybe the Earth in Backrooms is a different Earth than the one that we live in. Again, completely overthinking. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but that jumped out to me as weird because I've never, like I'm just not used to seeing cloud patterns like that, especially over the ocean. In the US, you see those weather patterns kind of sweep across when you watch weather maps, and they're kind of sweeping, like weather fronts sweeping across the US, but vertically like that just seems odd.
As human expansion is projected to increase exponentially in the coming decades, we must account for these never-before-faced challenges in ways equally never before considered.
The solution is clear based on this map. Move to Montana, Idaho, the various Dakotas, all of the Dakota, Wyoming. People don't even know if Wyoming's really a state. Make them aware. There is a lot of open land there. Look at this. What are we doing, humanity? Look at all. I like that the solution is everyone collect over here in the state that's gonna disappear when an earthquake happens. Not, hey, let's utilize this unutilized space.
Account for these never-before-faced challenges in ways equally never before considered. Here at Async, we believe we have found the solution.
Okay, so we've got a firm location now as to where Async is. We've done this before based on the epicenter of earthquakes. So this is something we've talked about. This kind of confirms it, kind of like Northern California-ish.
The low proximity magnetic distortion system.
Okay. I like that in their presentation they misspell it. Because of course, no one can do their job. Does no one spell check? Half the notes that I give to editors a lot of times on the editing side is like, spell check, please spell check. This is wrong. Low proximity magnetic distortion. The distortion system. See, you're not going to get government contracts that way. You're not getting your subsidies with spelling errors. Ah, beautiful.
What is the low proximity magnetic distortion system?
There they got it right.
Using 32
Ooh, hello.
will be distributed
Okay.
distortion system.
Gotta pause that one. The low proximity magnetic distortion system, condensing and allow detectable to blank by blank rapidly, at which point the blank proportion. Here's the thing.
You can move it? Sorry.
I like that of everything we're going to cover today, all the mind-blowing revelations about the Backrooms, this is the thing that has forever changed Ash's life.
I didn't mean to call out.
No, you're fine. Woo! Yeah, you can move it. Right? Isn't it cool?
Yeah.
It's useful. I'm glad. You're welcome. You're welcome for that one today. I've been on YouTube a long time. I know that you can move the closed captions. Back in my day, you couldn't move the closed captions. Yeah, you can move the closed captions. But what I was going to say is, on one hand, I would like screenshot this, raise the contrast, things like that. But I think what's really going on here is Kane is just, hand waving away the science, which I don't blame him. Like, of course, just say like vague sciencey terms that roughly equate to what we're doing. No need to actually fully explain, so it's totally fine. Otherwise, he will have just solved multiversal travel, which, hey, maybe he shouldn't be wasting those skills on YouTube then.
Will be distributed across all points, allowing for cargo and personnel to seamlessly pass through their designated threshold.
Yep. A lot of people going in. A lot of people.
While our current threshold is limited in scale, future models will be able to span entire rooms, allowing for the transfer of larger vessels and equipment.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so this maybe, and again, this is hypothetical, but this makes me think of, so this is happening in 90, and if the first upload is 95, 96, when Kane falls in, and he discovers all these big warehouses inside of the Backrooms, right? Like, one of the things that's really burned into my mind is when he looks down and he sees all these lines of what looks like almost like a parking garage of storage facilities and storage stuff. And it feels very like it feels like a big factory or a big like industrial complex in the back rooms. I wonder if 5 years, 6 years after this presentation, this process has been formalized and you're starting to see this sort of stuff happening. That's cool. Oh, hold up, sorry. There was a flash. There might have been something secret in the flash. No, okay, great. Flash, nothing, okay, great. Okay. Seeing the inside of async. Weird. Property cost comparison. Leasing and maintenance. Yeah, conventional store. That makes sense. Yeah, it's an infinite space, so the costs shrink infinitely. It's a compelling graph. Sold! You win, crazy science people. Total available storage volume, estimated national supply. Yeah, it just grows and grows and grows. Take my money! I want your infinite space. Take my money. Yep, we get the point. You can, yep, Star wipe. Star wipe to next slide. We get it. Take it, crazy science man. Res corridor? Residential? Res corridor. I don't know what res would be. Research of, okay, so they're showing more. Look at how it builds, and you can have like, yep, a bunch of computer banks and storage facilities and tankers. Yeah, you can build whatever you want here. Yep. Industrial processing, storage and warehouse. I mean, it's great. As a concept, it's brilliant, right? Infinite storage, all in the same space. You just gotta kind of like maneuver your way around. It's cool. It's very smart. Corporate offices, it solves a lot of problems. Yep. Wonderful, got the point. See, in your presentation, you gotta know when to... You're overselling me at this point, async. You're losing my business. Oh, cafe, they're gonna pipe water into this thing? Would you pipe water all the way down? That'd be aggressive. What's that? Something, is that a... Mo? Note? Video... Note? TE. I mean, do you see, can you make it out, Ash, or no?
I am 99% sure it says video note.
Right? Huh. And there's the random TV in there. That's odd. This is the movie room. This is where we will screen our films. You will watch the Snyder Cut the way it was meant to be seen on a small CRTV. Cathode ray TV in the middle of a yellow room. That was his artistic envision from the beginning. Residential. I mean, yeah, if you're able to build a monorail system in there, that's awesome. Great. Everyone gets the color yellow. If you thought apartments were bad. Oh, hello. I love the live action stuff that we can see. And the fact that you can't even tell whether it's live or not or CG, it's... Kane's really talented. It's really awesome. Concept 3. Concept 4. So Concept 3, again, it reminds me of some of the things that we saw in episode 1, where we're going through rooms that don't look and feel like the yellow carpeted rooms of the back rooms, but instead feel more residential, more industrial. Again, so it makes me think that like 5-6 years from this presentation, you're seeing a lot of the formalization and realization of the things that they're presenting here. DOE, I think we've seen this one before. Department of Emergency? We've seen this before. I think it's a government thing. Department of Emergencies? I forget. We'll look it up. The Pentagon. It's like when people are watching WandaVision and hexagons, wherever, and it's like, what's the hexagons? And it's like, oh, it's just the shape she uses. I was really hyped about the hexagons paying off and then led to nowhere. So now I see Pentagon table and I'm like, oh, Pentagon. Maybe that'll pay off somehow. Okay. This looks like it's the room that we saw the guy teleport into, or not teleport into, but the lost employee, the lost researcher. I think that looks like the room that he wound up in. Or we're just reusing a set or something. Hello, I'm Mr. Businessman. I'm here to explore. Okay, they've opened it up. He's taking the tour. Government worker being like, oh, yes, I see. DOE tape archive. Okay, so they're showing him. So this is the guy that they're giving the presentation to. They're trying to get... Oh, there's the government logo up there. Department of whatever. We've seen this. I forget exactly, but that's it. So this is an archive tape of them doing, like, acing, giving him the presentation, trying to get the government contract. Ah, yes, I see. Quite interesting. Excellent work. Here's what, man. I don't care what the stability of your project is. They're on the lookout for the monster. Hopefully he's away today. That way the government employee doesn't see the big flaw with this process, which is the giant monster that roams these hallways. But right, if I'm a government employee, I'm like, and you've solved like interdimensional travel or travel between dimensions, like great. Here, take the taxpayers' money. Figure out more. This seems useful. Whether or not we use the space, it seems useful.
Glad you think that way. As a matter of fact, if you look at your laws for...
Okay, so they're showing in the financial papers.
You see critical technologies in the world by failure to recognize that by having a system of declassification of certain elements, having the industry be with us at that point.
Okay, they're talking about just like general buzzwords.
Sir, please take a look at it. If you could all just excuse me for a moment. My apologies.
Oh. Did the monster show up? Because in a later upload, or in an earlier upload, we know they lose the government contract. Oh! I was right! Yeah! Okay. Huh. Cool. Oh, so good! Okay, so that's awesome. Okay, so what we just witnessed there, right, is them trying to get the government contract or continue their government contract. And then the guy from informational video, the guy from informational video who teleports away from the rest of his group suddenly shows up in this room. Oh man, even down to the coloring. I love the attention to detail. That, okay, he shows up. It was green, kind of like this bluish green tint. And then all of a sudden it turns red. So that's him. So this is him showing up months later, because we're in May, 5 something. So months later in the same place. So it's showing that he's teleporting in, at which point then they lose their government contract because, oh, this seems unsafe or unstable. We're removing your funding, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that's cool. That's really awesome. It also starts to really, again, continue the narrative of there being some weird time effects in the Backrooms, where people are overlapping in time or teleporting through time. Because I don't think he would have been living back there for that many months. So that's a huge reveal. That's a big point of interest there. So that's awesome. I'm very excited about that. The other thing I was going to say is, if nothing else, that also teaches you to not hold the important meeting in the room where the work is actually happening. Because then all of a sudden, it's like, oh no, alert, watch out, malfunction. Oh, let's just take the meeting. Let's finish our meeting over here. Can you just sign the check real fast? Please sign the thing. Please just sign. Ignore what's going on over there. So I got to do it elsewhere. Cool. That was awesome. I love it. I'm so excited. Now this is the one that I've been very eager for since I've gotten back. I saw this one, and you know, seeing a car crash in the Backrooms, very exciting. This is also found footage too, you know, and the whole series started with found footage. So anytime you're, you know, that's like your signature right there. Seeing car crash, that reminds me of one of the secret videos that we've talked about in past theories, where we clicked into the secret video. This is the one where we discovered the yellow wallpaper, and we see the car phase through the road. So I'm wondering if this is actually the car that has phased through the road. I don't know if we'll get an indication of that. You know, I wonder if we could potentially confirm it. But let me see if I can find it real fast. That way I can just, let's Ko-Fi. Where is it? Motion detected. Where was the pitfalls? Let me see if I can find it. It might have been this one. Nope. Wait, there it is. Boop. Character motion. I don't know where it is. Maybe I can't find it right now. Or it might just be in the playlist and I'm being stupid. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Because this is the IMDb number. Or not IMDb number, the book ID. But here, so in this one, we should see, I think it's this car. Phase through. False. Ignore what I just said. This one. There it is! So, this is the car that phases through. So I'm wondering then if we're seeing the continuation of that story in Found Footage 3 or Found Footage 2.
I hope this means that the collab took
The collab
place.
between Backrooms and Women is finally happening.
Yeah.
This is it. This is
the big reveal.
This is the big moment. Women plus Backrooms equals win. All right, so where we are in the timeline at this point, hopefully. 95. Okay, so we've done another big jump forward here. Ooh, there's also another secret video, so that's good to know. I didn't check the last one. I should have. Okay, so this is a jump forward, but it's not 8/19/95. Okay, so it's slightly before, like about a year before the very first found footage. So that puts us in timeline. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. Will a woman appear in the back room?
Okay, so you may be wondering what I'm doing. Recording a square of tape in my garage.
Hold up. Do we have closed caption still on? No, they're not available. Okay. It sounds like a female voice.
Okay, so you may be wondering what I'm doing. Recording a square of tape in my garage. I swear I'm not gone crazy. There's a very good reason for this, and if you just give me a moment here, you can see for yourself.
Oh, cool.
Okay, I don't think it's worth trying to explain what's gonna happen here.
Is it a...
You just have to see it to believe it. So
Just so they
I've
phase
got
through?
some wood chips here, just a bunch of wood, and I just watch this and prepare yourself because it's really freaky. Watch the square.
I'm watching the square.
Look at that. Gone.
Awesome.
They're gone.
Cool.
All right, I'm gonna show it again, just because wood chips was a little bit of a weird example. But here's a baseball.
It was a little bit of weird. I agree. It was a little bit
All
of a
right,
weird
and just
example.
watch. Gone. Gone. It went into the.
Huh. So it's fun. I like it. I like it. I will say that I've noticed outside of like the camera shake to, you know, potentially hide the edit there. So obviously it's hiding the edit of like the ball disappearing or whatever, you know, but also there might be a lore reason for that too. You notice this kind of this like wave. So I'm wondering if there is some sort of something that would affect a video camera when things phase into the back rooms, right? Where you get this kind of like wave effect. Again, we know it's powered or kind of connected to electromagnetic systems. So that wave might do two things. It might cover up the edit to make the ball disappear, but it also might show us the mechanism of how these no clippings are working by distorting the electromagnetic field in those locations as things phase through.
Gone. Gone. It went into the.
Also, can you imagine? Like, this reminds me of like modern day magician YouTubers who do the magic using like video edits on the same frame or whatever, and it's gone. Whoa! Oh man, this would blow up on YouTube. I mean, this would blow up anytime. It's like, whoa, they're phasing through reality. It's awesome.
All right, I'm gonna do a couple tests now. I've got this.
Also, strong restraint to not reach it. It'll be like, oh, I wonder if I touch this. What happens if I touch it? Like, how do you discover a small square like this is just a portal to somewhere else in your life? Like, I want to know the backstory to this moment. Like, I spilled wood chips around, and whoops, some of the wood chips fell through the floor.
This tape measure here, and I'm just gonna float that down and see how far it goes.
Oh, that's smart. That's cool. Oh, that's a great effect. Oh, that's great. I love it.
It's like vibrating.
Oh no! Oh, weird. There's a lot of baseballs. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, okay. I was gonna be like, does it multiply things? But no, there's a bunch of baseballs back there. So by interacting with it, you've kind of encouraged it or fed it, maybe, and it expanded outward to suck in all this other stuff.
It's like vibrating.
That's a great effect. Oh, no.
What just happened? Where am I? Where am I?
So scary.
Hello?
Can you jump up? Can you use your... Test the ceiling. Test the ceiling.
Are you kidding me? What the fuck?
Oh, tripod got sucked in too. Uh-oh. Not as squelchy as I would expect. The carpet sounds fairly dry, actually. Right, that nice, like, crunch. The sense of being alone. Yeah, that's so scary. This is...
Hello?
This is horrific. I just think I'm in like an old furniture warehouse that's been cleaned out. See, this is where you gotta cook your dinner, you know. Anything in the drawers? Rifle. Also an electrical outlet, that's useful. Maybe. Right, what would I be thinking in this moment? Like, oh yeah, fallen into... Yeah, furniture warehouse. This reads as furniture warehouse. Empty furniture warehouse. Because they're all these big, weird layouts. Huh.
What the hell?
They do have light switch. That's interesting. Ooh. Oh, no. Oh, that's wild. Furniture warehouse. So, real quick aside, I don't want to ruin the mood, but also, this reminds me. Ash, have you ever been to Furnitureland South?
No?
Oh, Ash, you live in North Carolina and you haven't been to Furnitureland South?
I've never even heard of that.
Oh, it is a national trend. You know, Florida has Disney World. North Carolina has Furnitureland South.
Oh, okay.
It is a giant furniture store, kind of in the middle of North Carolina. It's about an hour away from where we are, and in Raleigh. And it's basically like 3 or 4 giant warehouses of furniture. But basically all the furniture stores like outside in the U.S., many of them get their furniture from Furnitureland South. Huh. It has a very similar look and feel to like this. There's different warehouses. Some of them are like grouped by like, we made a bedroom. Some of them are just like, here's a bunch of stuff thrown together, you know. So it's a very cool place. It's very fun. I always liked enjoying furniture places because they feel very supernatural to me. You know, like this doesn't make sense. This isn't a bedroom. This isn't a living room. But they're like all mishmashed together and mixed together. But the reason I call it out, outside of just me being in a furniture mindset right now, but out front of Furnitureland South, they actually have a giant wardrobe or a giant chest of drawers, literally as the facade of the building. It is a like 3-story, if not larger, you know, wider than like these 2 rooms combined, just ginormous wardrobe, and announcing like, welcome to Furnitureland South. Here is a giant cabinet. And you're like, whoa, this is a very serious place about furniture. So it has the oversized furniture. Anyway. has giant furniture like this. Yep, but it's even bigger. But this is cool. I like this. I don't know if this is an effect or what, but notice how the chairs are much shorter. As though, again, like the proportions, they've been stretched, but they haven't been widened. I don't know if that's intentional, if that's an effect of kind of what Kane was going for.
They're skinny.
They are skinny, so it's either, you know, maybe they belong to the monster in the Backrooms, or this is yet another example of one of the things that we've been pitching out, which is this is like rejected assets, spare assets, or a computer simulation trying to replicate things that humans use, like the turn signs and the village and the house that we talked about in the previous upload, Pitfalls, where they're trying to recreate human-like things, like human society, whatever, but the AI computer simulation, whatever it is, doesn't quite understand it or doesn't understand why they look and feel the way they do. And so here's a big one of them with short and, you know, beep, 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 boop. This is a chair. It has all the elements of a chair, but it doesn't have the aesthetics or functionality of a chair as we humans would expect, right? So is this another instance of them replicating something but not fully understanding it? Or is this just, you know, a rejected showroom at Furnitureland South? Love this. It's so good. It's great. I just love exploring this world. I don't know if Kane's ever done anything with VR, but doing a VR experience of this would be so surreal. See? Random couch. It's a furniture warehouse. Forget the back rooms.
Help! I need help! Hello?
Just the isolation you feel is so unsettling and so palpable.
It's a couch.
It's a nice couch. Very modern. Very modern couch.
What is this place even for?
Showcasing all your furniture needs. They had a closeout sale. No one wanted to buy the couch. Ooh, it's got the chaise. You can lay out on the chaise.
Hello?
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh. Is that what is that? A hole? Oh, yeah, it is. Ooh, and you can...
A hole on the floor.
Huh, so you can see in between the layers. Feels very like, again, rocky and industrial, not so much like wood planks and things. Ooh, old-timey door.
Hello? Is there anybody in there?
Try harder. That was weird. Why was there a glitch there? Oops. Huh. That's interesting. I wonder why there would be a couple flashes there. Because you can still see the door. It's just, the screen is getting dark in those moments. That's an interesting... Either it's to merge a cut for his sake, like from an editing standpoint, or again, like, is it affecting the magnetism in some way? Like, what is special about this door?
Can't see.
Oh, weird. So you can see, like, it's a completely different set of... Like, it feels more scientific, research, clean testing facility. Huh. At the other side of the room. So is it to a different layer of the back rooms? Like, we've seen different layers have different things.
Okay, there's gotta be a staircase, right? Elevator or something? How do people get in here?
I like that they're like, oh, a staircase. That's the thing that we're looking for. What are those panels in the wall? Like the crawl spaces? I'm curious about the crawl spaces. Because we've seen multiple of them at this point.
Okay. Who the fuck built this place?
No? Not going to the dark room, huh?
What?
Probably smart. Hey, back rooms are handicap accessible. I appreciate that.
So rampant.
People concerned about accessibility. You wanted a staircase. Welcome. This is the staircase for everyone. appreciate the Backrooms commitment to accessibility.
Hello? Is there anybody here?
Ooh. Oh, you see multiple. Oh, weird. Huh, so you see ceiling panels. So you can get out? Or is that just into a black void? Because again, when we were down lower in Pitfalls, the city had kind of this like black sky attached to it. And it was unclear whether that was still indoor. I mean, presumably we're indoors because we're in the back rooms. But like, if that was like a dark sky or what that was, if it's just like this weird negative nebulous space. Again, if this is all a video game simulation, like we're outside the bounds of reality. Huh. But seeing this, if I was lost in these yellow rooms and I'm like, hey, there's a ceiling panel that, leads me to a place that isn't yellow, I'd be all aboard that train. Excuse me, I burped. Sorry, I tried to keep going. I'd be all aboard that train, though. I'd be like, let me get out of there. Yeah, this is the room I try to get out. You're still seeing that mold or the bacteria or whatever forming on different levels, which is really interesting, right? So some levels are completely clean, but some you see it kind of spreading. And panels fall.
This makes no sense.
Yeah, that's why you gotta watch Film Theory. It makes slightly more sense if you watch that great YouTube channel. Oh, what's it zooming in on? What are you trying to show me? What are you trying to show me, Kane? Just that it exists? That it's reflective? So that is interesting, right? So, okay, so whenever an author or creator is zooming in on something, they're trying to show you something specific. Maybe it's, maybe it's just like this is a cool thing. But also, okay, you'll notice, right? You have this light on the ceiling, and it's as though there's a strong light coming through a window, and the mold or decay or whatever it is, bacteria, is the shadows of it are being cast onto the ceiling. But this doesn't look like it's a window, does it? I don't think it does. It looks like it's just more wall with a bright light coming through. It doesn't look like it's a window. Huh. That's unusual. And it seems like he's trying to show us something about that. What would it be? That there's lights that exist in the walls? It's really fascinating. The world that's been built up and the unanswered questions, it's great. I would try to wall jump. I don't know if you can, like Mario style. Boop, 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 wahoo! All the way to the top. I play too many platformers.
Hello?
Oh, here it is. Finally. I almost forgotten about this. I love this. And hate it at the same time. It's so... It's so cripplingly, isolating. Just palpable how alone you are. And how empty this place is.
This better still be recording. Oh my god.
So I think we're safe to assume that... So I think we're safe to assume that this is the same car.
How did we even get in here? How did this even...
Hold up. What is this? It obviously got trunk. So question one, did the driver survive? And does the surviving driver, are they roaming around? Do they exist? Two, we see that we can puncture into the walls. What that does, we're not sure, but at least we know we can break into the walls. This was kind of a question that we've had in a previous theory. Like, can you actually manipulate or injure the walls in some way to mark your progress through them? Three, I don't know what this is meant to be. Looks like an arm. I'm stuck in here, but it's too long to be an arm, so I'm not sure. Huh. I bet we could date the car too, although, again, I think we're safe to assume it's probably the one from the previous upload.
How did we even get in here? How did this even...
Can you imagine? Oh yeah, it's okay, so it seems like they survived. Okay, now this is 5 years after presentation, so we're seeing maybe, yeah, some of the more formalized,
Hello?
like, oh, these are the living spaces. Huh.
It's blood.
I mean, I did crash into a wall. I might be bleeding profusely. Like, that is a head-on collision, man. That's not, you're not walking away from that uninjured.
Hello?
That's a bad accident.
Is there someone in here? Hello? Do you need help?
Oh, what a sweetheart. Because if you need help, I'm not here to provide. Oh, night vision. You know it's about to get real when they flip on the night vision. I've watched enough.
Please don't be a dead body. Please don't be a dead body.
Please don't be a dead body. I feel like that you're
Hello?
lucky if it's a dead body. Bedroom set? Nope. Hard nope out of there. Nope. Nope. Nope.
Okay, what the hell?
Right? I agree.
What is this? Is it like plant?
Oh, wacky. Don't touch it.
What is that?
Jockey. You. Old time jockey. Oh man, so we've got like some lore building now. So we have like an actual person whose house this was. This reminds me of the farmhouse, right? So maybe this person was owner or lived in the farmhouse that was discovered in informational video.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Oh. Here, we'll go back. Okay, let's go back now because it's 3 minutes. So you're seeing almost like an altar. Like is that candles? Is it bioluminescence?
Plant?
The quality is a bit low to understand what is creating that light or that glow in the corner. That's unusual, but it feels very similar to what we were seeing earlier on that upper level that was casting light onto the ceiling.
Whoa, what the?
And this... Oh, weird. So it is like... This whole time it's been called like the bacteria because that's what Kane himself called like the bacteria monster on his FundMe page. But it looks like it's more plant-like now. Like a series of vines. Oh man. Just go. Oh no. Good, go. Keep, nope. Hard nope. Oh! Yeah, don't go to the flashing light. Flashing light, that's unusual. Down the way. Glad to have a ramp. Nope, don't turn back. Just don't even bother. Going down to the hole. The couch will protect you. I don't know if this is a good idea. Going deeper is never a good idea. Nope, you're going to an unknown area. Don't go to an unknown area. No, you fool! Of course. You keep running. It can also go down holes. Spoiler alert. I'm sure. I love that the lamp is connected, like the plug for it is through a hole as well. Oh, weird. Yeah! The pool rooms. So we did this in the pool rooms, obviously, Ash. The bathrooms. We did this in the Roblox. When we played Backrooms Roblox, when we went to a deeper level of the Backrooms, there was the pools. There was the like pool water rooms. Also, I mean, again, so unnatural. Oh, that's so cool. Nope. Wait, what was that? I can't make it out. Are we on top of the monster? Huh. Boy. Jump, jump. Just jump. Go. Yeah. So good. This is amazing. No, don't go to the arrow, please. No. Oh, you're doing what Kane did in the first one. No. You're gonna get trapped. At least hide on like the opposite wall, so that way, like peek in and maybe it won't look all the way. No, that is not the wall. What? Oh. Can you hear wind chimes? Hold up. I just want to see. No, nothing. I didn't know if it was... Huh. Oh, that was great. This is... I think this is my favorite. This is my favorite in the series. There's so much buried in here. There's so much like world building. Oh, so good. And the lily too. Like, what is that? The lily. I forget what these are specifically, but they're the funeral flowers, right? Castor lilies? Hold up. I'll have to look it up or like do a visual search of it.
Like the flowers that are like for mourning.
Yeah. Uh-huh. What are they called?
Is that a sick sweet aloe next to that?
That is a sick sweet aloe.
Nice.
What's the mourning lily? Funeral flowers and what they symbolize. Okay, funeral flowers, lilies. The calla lily. Calla, I was close. Not castor lily, castor oil. Especially the calla lily symbolizes the innocence that has been restored to the soul of the departed. That explains why it's one of the most popular choices for funeral arrangements. The innocence that has been restored to the soul of the departed. Huh.
She dead?
And plus aloe. So that way her skin is smooth and soft. Oh! So good. That was great. This is, I think, without question, my favorite upload of the series because there's so much in here. And again, like, it simultaneously gave us a lot to think about, but also a lot that's unexplained. The pool room's awesome to see, actually. I've been wondering if that's a thing that would pop up, because that's part of the original creepypasta, right? That there are all these other layers, and in kind of the SCP that's existed around the Backrooms, people have created all these different entities and layers, and they all mean different things. And obviously Kane's been kind of picking and choosing what to include, what not to include, his version of them. So to see some of that popping up is really exciting, really interesting. And it's fun to see them visualized. It's very unsettling. The flashing green light, not sure what that is, especially it seems like it's ripping a portal at the end and stealing her away or breaking reality there. I have no explanation for that right now. I can't think of what that might be. Again, I'm thinking about like our simulation theory, the parallels to like game design. No clue, but it's a cool new element that you have this like green light popping in. Feels like a superhero like ripping a portal and being like, I'll save you. So that's nuts. And then the fact that you break at the end here and we're almost removed from, so this is found footage, right? So we're seeing the person watching the found footage. So who is watching in this moment, right? That's the question. Who is calm with funeral flowers, aloe, and wind chimes watching this footage? Presumably it's like the owner of Async or the person in charge. Very curious about that. And I don't know why there would be a red glow, whether that's their VCR.
Do they have like blinds in the Backrooms? Because it looks like the reflection of blinds on the left.
It does, right? It does look, yeah, you see the light coming in through the blinds. Is this the Backrooms or is this the top? Is this real world? and the person found the footage. Like that, I think that's another question. It does look like the Backrooms, but I could also see this like, I'm lounging in my living room watching the death of this small person.
Minimal decoration, I will say.
Yeah, decorating a house is hard.
It is.
It is. Sometimes you don't find the right wall hangings. Unclear. That's great. This was great. I'm so excited about this.
I will say.
Yeah, please.
I think I should get some credit for accurately predicting the collaboration between the Backrooms and women.
Kane will credit you in the final credits for the series. Special thanks to Ash for introducing me to the concept of women. Women exist. Right? And she got offed, man. Maybe. I don't know. We don't know if she died. But, So women in the Backrooms might live on. Here, let's check out this guy. What is this? Okay, home 27647. I don't know. It might just be a random naming. This is like my mom filming. I have a video exactly like this, except it's pointed at the ground when we first owned a camcorder. She's just walking. It's like, hey, it's not filming. We're fine. We're visiting Matthew at his elementary school today. Just point at the ground. We're living our best life. This is America. Presumably 90s America. Does it say? Doesn't say. Everyone, what's that? What is that? That seems important. It seems important to figure out what that is. It's in Latin around the edge. It looks like sun. You see the sun rays. Clouds. Maybe this is like a Earth-centric model of the universe, like a recreation of the Earth-centric model, geocentric model of the universe. Because it seems like this might be the Earth spheres, cloud sphere, sun sphere. Maybe Oris. Huh. Although you have trees out here, it looks like trees. Tarum. Planetarum? Oh, maybe planetarium? Like this is just a general planetarium setup? That's interesting. Okay. Smooth jams. Just what? That was unusual. Face of a woman.
Women?
Women all over. She's not in the Backrooms though. She's in the sky rooms. Collaboration between women and the sky rooms.
Yeah.
Cloud rooms.
The high rooms.
The high rooms. Not the back rooms, not the low rooms, the high rooms. The cloud rooms. That does seem like a female face. With like half her face kind of obscured or huh. And again, this goes to the idea of the planetarium. God, is that you? Looking down upon, and it's like the baby in Teletubbies, the creepy baby face in the sun, like, yeah, well, good morning. If I woke up every morning to this in the sky, I'd be pretty freaked out. Not gonna lie. Weird. No fishing this side. Weird. Why would there be something in the sky? I was comfortable with the Backrooms. The fact that there's like the entity in the sky suddenly makes me think that this is a collab with Mandela Catalog now all of a sudden, and the imposters are here, the alternates are here. I am the shepherd. You will know me as the shepherd. It's gonna get all sorts of creepy whisperings happening. Okay, we're going past the cemetery. I wouldn't be surprised if something weird happened in the cemetery because, we just saw like a weird creature. Different video quality. I don't know if that's intentional or not.
Speed limit 18.
What's that?
Speed limit 18.
I know, right? So that dates it a little bit because speed limit 18 is not something you see too often. Wait, there was a quick cut. Oh, it's just nothing. Oh, Friendly's. That definitely dates it. The fact that Friendly's was still a restaurant. Friendly's had some solid ice cream sundaes, man.
So true.
So good. The rest of the food, but they made sure that you ended it on a high note. We had a Friendly's in my hometown. It wasn't particularly clean.
Oh no.
Definitely got sick there one time. It's okay. Solid ice cream. As long as you got a good ice cream sundae at the end, that's all that matters. Where's the woman in the sky? Is the giant eyeball in the sky? No. What is this? Looks like fungal, like fungi growth. Like kind of like the strands and strains that like mushrooms produce. Or like stuff that's kind of being like broken down by some sort of like fungal decay, fungal sheets. Colorized photo depicting us jamming out to this like smooth jam right here. Is this?
Oh, the picture.
Yeah, that's the picture. Weird. So this is the home? Yeah, I mean, that's clearly that's the picture. So we're getting a backstory as to... So this was a real house. This was a real house at some point. Is there like a consciousness? Like, oh, this was my home. Like, it felt like the vines or a fungi or whatever it is was defending that area. Like, it was all concentrated in that room. Now we see that it was a real house with like a real family attached to it. It makes me think like maybe it has a consciousness and is like defending that room, or the Backrooms is controlled by that thing. That's weird. Huh. And I mean, it is called home. It is called home, so it seems to indicate like maybe this was the entity's family, or like the vines aren't just like a bacteria that has grown and developed, but maybe it is like an actual sentient thing that has a consciousness that once existed, or a person that once existed in this house has gone into it. I don't know, man. That's cool. That's great. I'm very curious about this. There's one left. I'm just going to speed run it because I have to hop, and this upload's already going long. We've watched a lot of these. I forgot that there's secret tapes. I didn't anticipate that. So let's just run through this new one, brand new. I remember. Unusual titling. Oh, wind chimes. Hold up. So we're opening with wind chimes. So you'll know, yeah, these are wind chimes, and the last upload ended with wind chimes. So we're connecting maybe the person who was watching the Backrooms with whatever this is.
I had a home once. A manor overlooking the sea.
Hey, is that what we just saw in the secret upload? Maybe.
Upon the world was it. The sea.
Do we have a date? 34 years old, 5'11", 1721? Last seen, Saturday, December something. Orange chocolate? Orange something. CH. Cava.
Oh, the car.
Yeah, it's the car, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Chevrolet Cavalier.
Yeah, that's it. Yep, that's it. Yep, Chevrolet. Yep, that's it. Good one. Orange Chevrolet Cavalier. Yeah, I bet. You're totally right. Last seen, Saturday, December something. 5'11", 1721. So this is telling us, so either this is the voice of James, or we're just seeing like more context as far as the last upload.
From the world was a vestige, crawling forward onto strangled ears.
Thanks, Doctor Strange. I just see this and I'm like, oh, I've seen this effect in Doctor Strange.
Dark. The house was taken by the sea.
Okay, so he's talking about the real house, the home that we just saw with the picture.
A pillar truncated, cast down to the seabed with all the other forgotten things.
Cell images clustering, individual cell classification. I wonder if this is in reference to the entity, the bacteria, the vines, whatever it is at this point. It's talking about cells clustering and cells individually, so...
I remember.
So it's biological as well as physics, magnets, and electromagnetic.
Bleeding shells sinking ever slowly, folding downwards into themselves, forever tearing along the seams of the sky, until nothing remains except the eternal ghost.
Eternal ghost.
And you ask yourself, could there ever be anything greater than this? You have always been here. You have always been here.
You have always been here?
You have always
Yeah, you have.
been here.
CR9S8. So now, I mean, so we're getting a very personal story with the back, which I'm surprised by, actually. I guess at a certain point you have to get personal, but it seems like we're starting to get either to the first person in the Backrooms or the first creator of the Backrooms, first founder. And the house. So the house, I have a house, and it got sucked in by the waves. It got, like, buried by the waves, whether that's physical or not. It seems literal, though. Like, I had a house, it was buried by waves. It overlooked the sea, it was buried by waves. It sank to the bottom, there were shells. But yeah, so we found whose car it belongs to. Unclear whether that's also the guy whose home it was with the picture and the vines. We're getting pieces, and pieces are coming together. Wow, interesting. There's a lot. There's a lot here. And the voice seems to be, the person who's watching at the end. Because of, who's watching the Backrooms at the end because of the wind chimes. The wind chimes ending the last upload and starting this upload, that feels to connect who this voice is. But what is he? Who is he? So interesting. This is great. These were amazing. I've always loved this series. I'm very excited about this series, but man, seeing where it's going, it's fantastic. This upload, found footage number 2, I think my favorite so far in the series. It's so isolating, yet so interesting. It's unnerving. It's fascinating. It's so good. It's great. And now you're starting to build out these lore elements and really feel like there is, like, at this point, like, it feels like there is a very solid story here. Kane knows what that story is. Whereas I think before, maybe it was, figuring it out. Wow, this was successful. Let's put pieces and parts together. Now it feels like, oh, I know what I'm doing, or I have a general idea of where we're going with this, and let's start seeding out clues. Awesome. Very excited. Very, very cool. Let me know your theories down in the comments below. I'm very curious to hear what you think about all of these. And you can bet that as more of these pop up, we'll be reacting to them in real time. I've been reading fan theories. Over the next couple weeks, I want to do a film theory about a fan theory that's been talking about with this series about how this whole thing connects back to Egypt and Egyptian mythology. I have some thoughts on that. I've been researching that for a little bit. So that's coming up on film theory soon. But in the meantime, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting creators doing stuff like this. This is awesome. And as always, remember, it wasn't a live stream, but it was a video for you. See ya!